here, I was at another gig across the city, so I don't know who you are, what you've talked about, but look, I'll do some talking as well. We're gonna have some fun, okay? You guys enjoying yourself this evening, yeah? This man's wearing a hat indoors, he thinks he's playing golf, I like his style. Right? No, he thinks he's on the green every day. Right, my name is Craig, guys, I have red hair. Any other gingers in? Woo! It's okay. You on a roller coaster, buddy? 2 hands in the air in the basement, come on. Yeah, well, I have red hair, you know. It's we're doing better these days, us Reds. Okay, it's 2025. We have celebrities now. Okay, it helps. People don't just insult me and throw slurs at me in the street. They now say stuff like, "Hey, Ed Sheeran," which helps. But it's still a bit of a backhand compliment because he looks like a small boy with straw hair. Okay? It'd be like me going up to a nice blonde woman and like, "Oh, I like your hair. You look like Owen Wilson." Okay? A couple of people know who that actor is. Everyone else is like, "I'm you." You know, it's been tough growing up ginger. You know, I didn't do well with girls growing up. You know, I had to be very funny and charming on the streets. This did nothing for me. Okay, did a lot of flirting over the phone. Is what I'm trying to say. Started getting girls in my 20s. Right, things are going well for me there. Now this is before I lost weight and before I gained any confidence. What actually happened was most of Brazil moved to Dublin. That's how I started getting girls. Okay, and they're into some weird shit. They landed on this island at the airport. They were like, "I'd like to have sex with a weird pale man." You're one of those men that hold the umbrella in the shadows during the summer to keep putting cream on. I was like, "I'm your guy." Couldn't believe it. In one summer, guys, I went from feeling like a 4.9 to a 5.1. Okay, it was just up and up and up. I remember the first time I was with a Brazilian girl. I had to ask her. I couldn't believe she was with me. I was like, "Are you sure you like freckles? Are you sure?" She was like, "Yes." I was like, "Fuck, all right." No. There's people out there that don't like gingers, guys. It's not easy for us, right? There's people out there that don't like gingers, but there's no word for it. There's a word if you hate another group of people. You can be homophobic or transphobic. You can be fatphobic and you can be racist. There's words if you hate a group of people. There's no word if you hate gingers, right? And I'm starting a movement for us, okay? If you hate gingers, you're a prick. Okay? Taking a classic and making it ours. I still get real strange insults as a ginger as well. Like I remember last summer actually, I was in the park with my friends and a car pulled up, right? This guy went out of his way to insult me like this. Shouted out the window, "Hey ginger!" And I was like, "Yeah?" And he goes, "Do you read books?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, have you read Pubes?" And then he drove off. I thought it was a drive-by. My friends fell down laughing. I was like, "Did you get hit, fellas?" Haunts me to this day. I think about it all the time. I wake up in a sweat in my pillow. I'm like, "Oh God," because I don't read books. I was trying to impress a stranger, guys. If you had asked me one book, nothing. Not easy, guys. Not easy. I grew up as a big guy, right? Lost the weight because a friend of mine got into CrossFit, became a gym instructor. Turns out, diet and exercise works, guys. It's crazy to think about it, but going for a walk and eating an apple once in a while fucking worked, right? Lost the weight, and well, I didn't lose it until I was in my late 20s, right? So it's not this body dysmorphia feeling like I'm the big guy. I still eat a lot of food, but I have to exercise and cycle a lot to keep it off, right? My friends tell me I look like a rugby player now, but I also sound like a football player. The thing is, I act like a Minecraft player, right? It's like a giant baby coming at you guys. You know, it's not easy. I grew up as a big guy and I was in the heavy metal scene, right? So it was like all black clothes, band t-shirts, long hair. That was my scene. And in that scene, you came out with your friends, you wore a band t-shirt, you had to know your music, right? You get accused of being a poser. When you came out with a new band t-shirt on, like I come out with a Metallica t-shirt on, my friends would be like, "Oh, you like Metallica now? Well then prove it. Name 5 songs from that album." I'd be like, "Oh fuck," sweating, naming any songs I could, and they'd be like, "Yeah, cool." They probably didn't even know the songs themselves, right? It was all cool. I think the kids that didn't know their songs, guys, got taken down to a river and shot in the head. That's what 15-year-olds in Ireland in the 90s did, guys. Spud guns, just... I wouldn't laugh for a spud gun, thank you. You know, that was my scene. It was, you're awkward, you're trying to put yourself out there for the first time in your life and you're getting accused of being a poser. But that was my scene. People were mean 20 years ago. I think people are much nicer. I think everyone in the scene is much nicer now because everyone in the scene now is gay. Alright? And I just wonder, are there kids in that scene accusing others of being gay posers? right? People coming out with like a little crop top on that says Chapel Roan on it. And they're like, oh, you like Chapel Roan, do you? Well, then name 5 songs you suck dick to. I actually don't listen to music when I suck dick. I like the sound of it. A bit of laughter and truth there, guys, was there? I'll just try to fit in, guys. Not easy. I have a fiancée now, thank fuck. Right? Thank you very much. Got engaged at Christmas, we're doing very well. I'm doing a month sober now because we partied and drank so much and celebrated for the last like 4 or 5 months, and I was like, alright, we should take a break. This is going crazy. Right? But I'm glad I have my gal now, right? She teaches me a lot. You know, like she's teaching me, I say teach, she's trying to fix, right? She's trying to repair everything she can, as fast as she can. What she's teaching me about lately, guys, is my star sign, right? You guys know about your moon chart and your birth chart, right? Star signs. One girl is laughing, and a few women are like, yes, please go on. The men, what's he talking about? So she told me I'm in Aries, okay? She told me that she's a Virgo, and then she told me her mum is a Cancer. I was like, I know she's bad, but you cannot call her that, okay? And she said, no, it's the symbol of the crab. I was like, your mum has crabs? She was like, shut the fuck up. And we got to talking about it. I was like, alright, there's a star sign called Cancer, that's okay. But surely we could rename that now because it's 2025 and it will make a lot of people feel better when they look at their star sign, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? It's either that, guys, or else we rename them all to diseases so it's funny for everybody, okay? Like, I'll read them out. Here's my one first this month. Like it says, I'm fiery and my energy is kinetic. That's me. Chlamydia, okay? I'm your god. Right? I like to spread it around, okay? Right. Sir, I'll read yours out next. It says you're relentless and you never quit. That's you, definitely. AIDS, okay? Too true. Nice. I'll read one more now, sir. I'll read yours here. You have a nice hat on. It's not looking good for your star sign, sir. It says things are looking pretty shaky here. Parkinson's, alright? That's you. Jokes. Having fun here, guys, right? Having fun. I'm glad I have my gal, right? We got together during the pandemic, the old pandy. Fun time to start dating someone through a window. Hello. Right? Remember that? So we said, me and my gal, we got together in the pandemic days. So we started doing like walks in the park, dinners in the house and in the garden and all that stuff. So we had our first big public dinner socially. Nearly 2 years into the relationship, we went out to a restaurant together. Right? Which was very important, like, put a lot of effort into it. She chose the restaurant, she's a big foodie, right? She grew up as an only child, a man pushing her hair, calling her an angel, you know? I grew up with 6 other siblings. Eating food for me is like feeding piranhas in prison. Right? I am a survivalist, guys. I'd eat anything. I would eat a hot dog off the ground at a festival. Right? Wouldn't bat an eyelid. It's like, free! Free hot dog. So we're going to this nice restaurant. She likes to know about the produce and the chef. We get dressed up, have my hair done, right? Shirt tucked in, and I'm holding my farts in for my gal, okay? Sucking them in. We sit down at the table. She orders the food. Things are going well, right? As soon as the food comes to the table, I start eating it to impress her. I'm like, oh my god, this is lovely. This is amazing. She goes, yeah, do you want to use a fork? I was like, oh fuck. There's 3 here. Which one? She rolls her eyes and takes her first bite. She's like, it's a bit al dente. I'm going to send it back. I was like, no, send it back. It's your first date. I want everything to go perfectly. But what the fuck is al dente? A few people laugh and everyone else is like, Google al dente there. What's that? Like, Google al dente so we find out what that is. It was like the pasta's undercooked, chewy. She didn't know. She didn't want this. She sent it back. She got the waiter over to the table very smoothly. I was like, you did that very well. Took the food away. She was like, yeah, well, what would you do? I was like, I wouldn't do that. She goes, what would you do? I go, I just eat whatever they bring me. She goes, what do you mean? I go, I mean if I ordered a pizza in this Italian restaurant, and these people brought me out sushi, I'd be like, thank you very much, sir. You got wasabi and soy sauce back there? You got some chopsticks, sir? I'd be bowing at the guy like, thank you very much for the meal today, sir. She said, what the fuck is wrong with you? I was like, don't worry, you'll find out. Plenty of years together, baby. She goes, if you're not going to confrontation, I can help you with that, sending food back. I was like, yeah, sure. Let her hear whatever she wanted to hear so I could leave the conversation, you know, fellas? Well, lucky for me, a couple of months later, we went out to a restaurant and I got the wrong order again, okay? We were coming, I was coming back from the bathroom after we ordered. I ordered chicken wings, I came back to the table, the garlic bread, right? Different foods, just so we're clear there, that's right. Restaurant got the order wrong. Now I tried to eat the garlic bread straight away, but she stabbed me in the hand with a fork. I was like, ow. She was going to have to send this back, and I was like, yeah, cool. She goes, no, calm down, you're doing this now. And I was like, yeah, cool. I was just call a waiter over to the table, you can do this. I was like, fucking cool. I was already sweating. She goes, just call a waiter over. And this is what I did. This is something I've seen in the movie. I was like this. Garçon, to the table, please. She was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I don't know, this is my first time. The waiter ran over to the table as if we were getting robbed. He's like, sir, is it okay with your meal here? I was sitting down and I was like, I just had stuttering. I was like, I was rubbing so much sweat out of my eyes because sweat rolls down my forehead and goes right into my eyes because I don't really have any eyebrows, guys, okay? So I'm blind at the table, right? It's terrible. Stuttering, she tries to hand me a glass of water and there's so much ice that it shakes and I put it back down and I just turned and looked at this waiter and just started farting like The waiter stood up and was like, sorry miss, is this some sort of charity evening? Does your date need like a helmet or a drool cup or some sort? She was like, no, that's my boyfriend. He just has something to say and he's going to say it before I kill him. And I was sitting there like, so sorry. All I can do was, so sorry, this garlic bread is al dente. She grabbed the waiter and was like, bring back a helmet, I'm going to kill him. She was like, alright, again, you're an idiot. From now on, I'll do all the talking in the restaurant. The only thing you're allowed to order is crayons. Okay? So every time we go out to dinner now, I have to eat 2 or 3 crayons just to make her happy. Not easy, guys. It's not easy. It's not easy, right? I'm glad I have my gal now, right? Like, I'm not good with chatting with women and all that. Like, I'm just glad I'm not single anymore. And so, a huge reason as well for like who I am. I just don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me on paper to go into a strip club. I don't understand them at all, guys, right? I would never, in my mind, go into a room with 6 of my best friends and get sexually teased together. Okay? That makes no sense to me. I'll look at my friends like, you hard? Yeah, I'm fucking rock hard. You as well? Yeah, I am dripping in my pants here. Are you as well? Yeah. I just watched some girl do lovely dance. I'm like, you've lovely calves, sweetheart. Right? My friend's in the corner, fucking touching himself, getting dragged out by the neck. Makes no sense. Like, I'm a big food guy. It'd be like me going to a restaurant and paying for a huge meal for 6 people to look at and not eat. You know, they just bring out a chicken and it spins on the plate and we're like, you hungry? I'm fucking starving, lad. Are you hungry as well, yeah? One of the guys tries to touch the chicken, they're like, hands off the board. There's a guy in the corner making his own sandwich, you know, and touching himself and he gets dragged up by the neck. Not easy, man. At least in a restaurant, in a new restaurant you go into, they have a menu so you kind of know what to do, you something to hold and like looking around. There's no menu in a strip club, guys, right? There's no menu in a strip club. If there was, I'd be looking at it and be like, sir, what can I get you tonight? Like, can I get some double D's and a BBL, please? How would you like that prepared, sir? Black, please. That's if there was a menu I could choose. I wouldn't know. Right? There's also tipping, right? You gotta put money in the underwear, right? That's a thing I see in films. But in America is where it's very popular, they have $1 notes, right? Our lowest is a 5, guys. I don't have that much money. I'd be flicking coins at this girl into her tits like a wishing well. She'd be like, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to get them in. Stop moving, stop dancing, what are you? I get one of her boobs, I'd make a wish, I'd be like, oh yeah. Hopefully I get home safe. Oh man. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me, right? I go with my gal all the time, and there's one thing I want to talk about, guys, that I don't think enough people are talking about, right, on the streets. It's not very easy for, right? This is something I'd like to highlight, talk about tonight before I get off the stage. It's not very easy for women to piss in the street, okay? It's not very easy for women to piss in the street, guys. I'm here to talk about it, okay? It's too easy for men to piss in the street. Men piss in the street while crossing the street, texting on their phone at the same time. Just gonna catch a football, I'll throw it back, another drop on their shoes, having fun. Not so easy. Women have to go in pairs. Someone has to hold 2 handbags and look like a chicken while they're keeping sketch. Like, come on, Sarah, find a spot. If It's a fucking down lane, mate, and you're like, Jesus Christ. Now, for you guys, it all depends on what you're wearing. If scared or a pair of jeans, you'll pull up or down real quick. Worst case scenario is when you have like a full body romper on, you have to zip out of, climb out of it in the laneway. Somehow in a clutch bag, you take out a coat hanger and a rack and you hang that bad boy up. You're in a thong and a pair of heels, just taking the piss, looking around for a murderer. You guys have this like camel-like ability to hold piss in as if your body's going to drink it later on in the day or something. Like, so you guys start going, it comes out at such a velocity you could cut the concrete you're standing on. Splashes everywhere, goes all over your feet and your toes and all. A river of piss starts to exit the laneway now towards your friend. She gets worried. She's like, what's going on? Did you burst a pipe back there or something? What's happening? She looks back at you and you can see your ribs for the first time in days. You're like, see it, man. So she's like, we can sail over here. I'll build us a canoe. We'll sail over here. You're losing gallons of water. So much, it's out of control. You come to me and you're like, oh my God, we got something we can wipe it and get out of here. She's like, there's fucking nothing in this bag for you to wipe it. And you guys do that ass shake thing I've seen, you're just like fucking. The Dyson air dryer. Some girls have huge arses and they do clap. Guys, just as you're about to finish, guys, right? But just about to finish, right? You guys ever blow on the top of an empty glass ball? Is there a ghoul in the laneway? Is the laneway haunted? What's going on? It's like, I'm just finishing. It's usually at this point in the story where people are like, how the fuck do you know so much about women pissing in the sleep? Because I have two sisters, I have a lot of female friends, and I'm a pervert. I like to watch. We got a live one, boys! It's not easy for women to piss in the street, right? You guys finish up, you gotta climb back into your onesie like an old oil mechanic about to fix an engine. I can't even zip up any more brass hanging on my one clasp, but like, See, the thing is, right? At that point of the evening, that's where you go down a woman, but you come back up to gremlin and you're like, let's get shot. The scale of 15-foot wall, how's she doing? You go into a bar, start flirting with men, it gets out of control. You're like, hey big boy, do you want to buy me a drink? Yeah, I'll buy you a drink even though you smell like piss. But then you start to flirt with him, you know? Rub the sticky piss in your feet into his jeans. Like that. He's super into it, he's rock hard straight away. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy at all, right? He goes and gets you a drink, you're standing there and you're thinking you're great, with your empty bladder, your dehydrated body. And he brings you back your favourite drink, a margarita, and it's super cold, and you take one sip and you go, this is al dente, fuck you, and you throw it in his face. Alright guys, this is all my time. You like my comedy, you can follow me at Red Sauce Comedy. I'll be down the back with a card. Give it up for your host, Paddy Master.